And they get rid of Life Stealer even, which is, that one is strange to me.
All right, Dire gets the ban.
Life Stealer and Bloodseeker. Okay, so I mean, they went for these very specific bans, which has me feeling like a Timbersaw. No, Timbersaw gets owned by owns Life Stealer, but we'll see. Oh, there it is, Darkseer. Okay. Wow, they are just blowing through this draft.
Oh my
Darkseer and
god,
Enchantress.
I got my boys on the case correcting me. All right, hold on. I'm jumping back away from this draft here and going off topic like an amateur caster. It's fine though. My boy Maury, who I haven't spoken to in ages, just shot me a message saying that NoRunes went to Infinity. That's where their slot went.
Oh, okay. Well, Infinity, like I said, did really good until the tiebreakers, which was soul crushing. I was very sad about that because they were told they didn't have to play tiebreakers, and then 16 hours before.
No, that's not true.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Every team got told that they had to do tiebreakers.
Only for it was like the rule book stated they only had tiebreakers for major slots and relegation. That was it. There was
I think it changed partway through the season. They announced it to everyone. I think ESB probably forgot to announce it.
Yeah, ESB never sent it to the teams was the problem.
I mean, they never had a broadcast.
Yeah. I mean, they're not even covering the SA DPC, so yeah, that was the problem. Is like all the SA teams were just like leaving, getting ready to go home, and then like 16 hours before the match started, they're like, "Hey, you guys ready for these tiebreakers?" And they're like, "Our team's not even in the boot camp anymore. What are you talking about?" So that was.
I actually predicted something like that might happen, and I ended up booking the boot camp for like an extra day or two, just in case.
Dude, I get that.
The correct decision.
I predicted the whole thing with what was going to happen with the SADPC.
Yeah.
But it's
well, not just like the SIDP. I mean, like every DPC. I'm like, odds are there's going to be infinite repeating tiebreakers, and I'm going to need the boot camp until the 31st. So we're all flying home on the 1st.
Yeah.
10 seconds.
Which ended up being like a day to relax. Everybody just doing whatever the hell they wanted.
5 seconds.
That's nice in and of itself. But back to the draft here. They picked up Darkseer and then Enchantress immediately after. Solid position 5. Also happens to counter the Darkseer. So it blocks Infinity from grabbing that one, and then they pick up the Nature's Prophet. So despite the best efforts from NoRunes to block out a lot of these heroes that have strong early game, Beastmaster, Broodmother, Undying, they're still going to have pretty strong tower push between Nature's Prophet and Visage.
Yeah, I actually kind of like this because it is going to be most likely the Dawn position 5, and Infinity will just take the position 1 Nature's Prophet here. Tusk, you still could flex 4 or mid. So that kind of keeps them guessing on the side of NoRunes, right? Like I mean, you can see specifically.
You're supposed to tell me
from
my
their
chair's
bands.
been slowly going down too much for me to notice. But in the camera, I probably look really small. I'm not small, you guys.
Neph's a big boy for sure.
Everyone's gonna be making fun of me, calling me small boy and shit.
Nah, but you can see from their bands, right? They remove a 4 and a mid because they're just like, we don't really know where the Tusk is gonna go. It can be either position, and they do have last pick on Infinity, so they're kind of just covering both their lanes here. For the side of Infinity, they ban out the Faceless Void, and then get rid of the Kunkka, a great mid lane and safe lane counter to deal with Nature's Prophet. So I like these a lot. These make a lot of sense to me.
Go for Batrider last here on NoRunes to close it out.
It's a really good pick. Super sick. But with
it does
this,
do a pretty good job of shutting down Nature's Prophet. You have a great hero for being able to catch it. You don't have any way of interrupting
10 seconds left.
Dawnbreaker's ultimate, unfortunately. I think Dawnbreaker is going to be a pretty big problem for these heroes. I don't fully understand the Darkseer pick, man. This hero, I feel like, is overrated by some teams.
Johnson here. It's Dota time.
Okay, I go for the puck. Simple pick here, Leo style classic. In terms of Darkseer, I kind of agree with you, especially considering you didn't really see anyone in the... You didn't see either the 1 or the 5, so picking the Darkseer there... Or I guess you saw the Dawnbreaker. But picking the Darkseer without seeing the 1 position can be a little scary. And it should be a pretty free farm lane. Wait a minute. Do I see this correctly? Yeah, that is Dad.
Do you see this correctly?
Yeah, I was trying to figure out where these players were going. The thing with Infinity, like I said, is they kind of mixed up their team a lot. During the DPC, Parker ended up leaving the team, and they had like who did they have standing in at the time? I don't quite remember. But anyway, I think it was the carry player for Dreamers was standing in. But now they've got a new offlaner for the time being, so we'll see what happens. Infinity trying some new things.
I don't know why you're asking me this. I thought it was Infamous playing today. I'm dumb.
Dude, come on, man.
You're
Come
trying to
on,
keep it
man.
professional, and I'm just stupid. I don't know, man. I was just fetching waters all boot camp.
This guy.
I don't know about heroes. I don't know about players. I can't tell you anything. Surprised BTS called me back. Thank
Same.
you for the employment.
Oh, dude, the fact that this is the only TO I've spoken to in months now is pretty cool.
Now we know why. Man doesn't remember who's on what team. Happy to be with you, by the way, Ricky.
Yeah, dude, it's nice to be back. It really is.
Anyway, this should be a solid game. I'm not sure they're going to be able to keep up the momentum that Infinity is going to have this game again. I feel like Tesla's such an easy time getting it up. If Lena doesn't just absolutely dominate the laning phase, they're going to play too quick on Infinity.
All right, get ready.
So, I think this game, it definitely favors Infinity, and I would say that it's probably only going to be like 30 minutes before they just like box in their base and force a GG out.
Wow, that is a long voice line there. I'm trying to figure out which draft I like as well. I do think this Visage Tusk lane is pretty good, but I'm a little bit worried that, like you said, the kind of late game potential that NoRunes has just because of the Lina and the Batrider does make things a little bit scary. Lina, just in general, is just one of those heroes that unless you shut her down for the entirety of the game, like you can't even give her like 5 minutes to farm. If she has 5 minutes of space, she farms like close to 5,000 gold in that time frame. So it's really hard to deal with this hero. So we'll see.
Yeah, it does flash farm pretty quick. Level 30 Visage. Goddamn psychopath.
Yeah, I'm trying to find more info on this guy, but I really don't know who they are. I'm assuming that they've maybe played for a couple of teams, but the only thing I know about them is that they're from Serbia. So that's it.
I see. Not much to go on.
Yeah, not much. They have no like previous match history, stuff like that. Which I might be able to try and pull their Dota. I might be able to pull their like pro Dota profile or something. I'll see what I can find between.
Remember
games.
that old match searcher thing that like still looked at people's data even though it went don't expose public match data?
Yeah, it's still like that.
Cool. Oh, I forget what it was called.
Oh, Mini in some trouble here. Does have the LSA, but only going to catch the Dawnbreaker. The hammer will still catch her, and Leostar is the first one to get the kill there, and now Genic needs to get out of here. They're going to turn their attention on over to Prada instead. The Dawnbreaker likely to just toss an exchange there, so a 1-for-1. But First Blood going for Leo style does give him just a slight edge in the mid lane over Mr. Jeans, but overall, I think both teams pretty happy.
Yeah, he's got a completed wand coming out to him now, which is going to be very useful against the bat. Right, he also gets to start this lane with 5 stick charges.
Heck yeah!
Spamming out the sticky napalm. I don't think he'll get that much use out of like the mana here at the beginning of the laning phase, but definitely a little bit of an advantage. I'm more interested in what's going to be happening up in the top lane. This Tiny,
he's gonna have a rough
time.
What
he does here.
He's gonna have a really rough time.
You're playing double melee up against a Nature's Prophet. Like, he's just going to be taking so much damage here. He's got no armor to work with off the bat, and he started with a Blightstone.
Yeah, I was going to say, if with Blightstone on Nature's Prophet, these Treants hit for like 20 plus damage each. And if Dawnbreaker comes over in any capacity, she just destroys him. So he's going to have to creep drag.
Hiko right off the bat.
Yeah.
This sucks, man.
Yeah, they're going to have to creep drag the whole lane. He actually went vacuum 1. Wait, they went vacuum for the First Blood. Oh, that is going to hurt your lane very much.
I don't even think it's worth it going for that. I'm going to be honest. You can't trade with the Dawnbreaker at all. Both of them are getting zoned out of the lane by Prada here. And again, Nature's Prophet comes in. They just have to leave. There's way too much damage coming from the right clicks and the NP and the Treants.
Yeah.
This sucks.
Yeah, that's going to be a rough lane for sure. And Dad, honestly, like we kind of knew, right? When you pick the Darkseer and you don't see the safe lane.
I think Tiny might just die, man.
I mean, he has to just keep dragging the waves. He literally has no other options this game. And ooh, nice wraparound in the Nature's Prophet Treants. He actually re-aggroes the creep blade, so it doesn't go under tower. So they're not going to lose any creeps here. And Prada just continues to run them down.
All right, he's got 1 point in the Iron Shell now. But he's not going to be able to escape with the Surge. Again, there's no point in it. They finally got themselves level 2. They have the lane behind their tier 1 tower, but it's still just Dawnbreaker who's going to be zoning 2 heroes.
And they have 2 Ion Shells out now, but he could actually just kill the Tiny in a second here if he wants to pop the Mango, which he does. Oh, toss. Oh, okay. Well, sometimes you wait until level 2 on the Tiny and you get tossed under a tower. So
unfortunately, over in the mid lane, you managed to find a kill off onto the puck.
Yeah, that's huge. I feel like that should not happen. And bottom lane, actually getting a little bit. Ooh, shards off the mark. Guess one direction, went the other. What can you do?
Also, title of your favorite band.
Gotcha.
Oh, One Direction. I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you gotta watch out for the zingers.
Yep. Sorry, that's some Zoomer knowledge there. I'm unfamiliar with.
I see. So Mr. Gene with a clear advantage over in the mid lane now. He's got that kill off on Leo's time. What's the net worth difference between these 2 heroes now? It's whatever.
Not much.
Up like 300 gold on him, but a decent amount of XP up on the puck. So if Puck ends up wasting his Visionary Orb but uses it aggressively, Mr. Gene's just gonna be able to run him down. So
yeah,
he's gonna be fairly careful with that one.
Yeah,
he can't be near the creep wave when it's on cooldown.
Yeah, he gets the Waning Rift now, so he can at least use that to farm aggressively and then rely on the orb defensively. So that's pretty much where he'll be at now that he has both. He shouldn't really go down here. Meanwhile, bottom lane, Mini. Oh, shards off the mark from Genic. He actually had the kill. Oh, man, a couple of misplays here, really struggling. And now top lane, they actually managed to take down the Nature's Prophet. Dawnbreaker will find a return kill there onto the Tiny, but Infinity kind of crumbling in the lanes right now after what seemed like was going to be a really good start for them.
I mean, they have a clear advantage up in the top lane with the Nature's Prophet up against this double melee hero. He went first point in a vacuum. Your puck ended up getting first blood, and it's already crumbling 3 minutes into the game.
Dyer's courier has lost its brave battle with
All
a
right.
bunch of swords.
What's really important as a Dota player, though, is having strong mental. Okay.
Yes, of course.
For example, a lesser caster would have a mental breakdown right now after talking about how quickly Infinity would win this, and now seeing them crumble. But I am not a lesser caster.
And true. Good, thank you.
Yeah. Over in the bottom lane, Genic is getting run down by Nuages. The Mini catches him off.
Yeah.
Just goes down.
Nicely done. And then ooh. Prada top lane gets caught from the vacuum, pops the stick. He's gonna live. Okay. So yeah, they're literally just creep cutting at this point. They do not want to be anywhere near the Nature's Prophet, which is surprising considering the fact that they did manage to kill him. Dad is still farming pretty well though. 31 CS, top of the charts at least when that in that regard, and top net worth as well.
Yeah, I think once Hiko hits level 5, got 3 points in Ion Shell. At that point, they're going to try to run down this Nature's Prophet. They do have a lot of kill potential with the DPS of this on 2 melee heroes, as well as Toss Avalanche, but underneath the tower is a little bit too much.
Yeah.
Once you have like 3 points Ion Shell between the two of them, you have enough DPS.
Oh my goodness. Bottom lane, they actually almost find a kill there on the Tusk because of the like death war cry. Oh. Yeah, they're gonna turn around. Mini will end up going down first. The exchange there onto Genic, and top lane another kill onto the Dawnbreaker as they go to try and dive down here, but that one's a little unsuccessful. So the Nature's Prophet grabs himself his first kill of the game, manages to survive, and he's gonna just continue to farm up north. And he's just gonna go queue up the Midas, which is a little bit interesting.
No, it's not that interesting. It's a Nature's Prophet. They're inherently greedy. He's level 6 now, so everyone's gonna have to watch out for the gold potential of Wrath of Nature. This thing can do a lot of damage when he's level 6.
Yeah.
Well, you line it up right. In fact, between the nukes that Puck has and the Wrath of Nature, Mr. Jeans is not far from the kill threshold.
Ooh. Tiny clicked faster, and Puck will lose out on that arcane rune. Okay, they're just... That's the good stuff. Nuage's bottom lane, Wrath of Nature comes through and helps secure that kill as Finishing off with the Soul Assumption, now TP down from the NP. The body blocks on the money as Mini trying to escape, but another Soul Assumption. One more attack's gonna find it. Beautiful rotation in from Dad, who, by the way, I know Ravens had some roster swaps. I don't know if Dad was the one that left Ravens. I felt like it was Kara, but maybe I was wrong. I don't know. Anyway, nice kill there. He managed to take down the Tiny, and another snowball save there will keep the Visage alive for the moment, but with the rotation from Mr. Jeans, they do manage to find the exchange, and now a lasso. Puck still plenty healthy. An orb there will zone off the Enchantress as Mr. Jeans can't find his target. He's going to turn back around, try and bring down this puck, but it won't be enough. And they'll just disengage. They grab themselves 2 more kills. They're feeling happy, man. Actually 3, huh? Because they actually got Darks here on the top side.
Yeah, unfortunately, they did lose their catapult in that exchange, despite finding a couple more kills, but Nature's Prophet's going to stay here and try to take the tower. It doesn't look like Gennett can bait this creep wave off it. Instead, they'll just like auto-attack it down. So they don't have a lot to be able to prevent this right now, and this is kind of what you can see with their initial bans in their draft. Just not good at clearing things out. Lena definitely needs like the first 1 or 2 items before she's ready to fight, and she's going for Maelstrom as her first item. So not until after that BKB is done is Mini really going to be participating in these things. The question is how much of your map you lose while you're going for those, and I think the answer to that is a lot.
Yeah, you've already lost the bottom tower here. It's not a super fast bot tower. Top side, Mr. Jeans grabs an Invis rune. He didn't have his bottle in his inventory. That's rough. Meanwhile, bottom lane, though, nice shards there. It gives the kill on over to the mid lane. Puck, beautifully done here. Gennett, despite the 1 shards miss he had earlier, has actually done really well. A couple of really big snowball saves into some pretty nice kills as well with the tag team. And the tag team works great with this Visage. 3 points in tag team already.
Yeah, not surprising. I mean, we usually see tag team maxed out from support tusk. When it's mid tusk, you see the nukes maxed out.
Yeah, like 4-4-0 almost.
Yeah.
Shards just off the mark there. The coil does come through. He's just gonna snap it. A bit miscommunication.
Coming in there,
yeah,
but decided not to once the shards missed.
So top lane, they've brought Lena as well as the Enchantress up here to clear out the enemy tier 1 tower. So NoRunes will get this fort for a moment, just try and buy themselves a little bit of time, stall things up, but all it's going to return is a little bit of extra damage into the mid lane. Wall gets committed here. Just wants to make sure to try and slow down this push. Did he lose one of his familiars? He did.
Yep.
I think so. Yeah, unlucky.
That's not great. Still on cooldown for another 30 seconds. It's not going to have that one back. But yeah, they managed to take 1 for 1 tower, mid still at half HP, so they're more than happy about that one. Nature's Prophet TPing very aggressively and helping Gennett find that kill.
Yeah, they end up placing a ward up on the high ground, which will get dewarded, but there is still this second one here in the triangle, which might be able to survive. I actually like this positioning by Gennett. He knows they want to come deward this. He's just going to sit here and wait. Wait, was that the enemy's jungle item?
Top lane?
Yeah. It was. He stole their broom handle. Which I guess not really that important this game. But anyway, dive into the mid lane. There's going to be a nice coil comes through as the Wrath of Nature connects as well. And a quick pick off there again for Leo style.
Yeah. They also stole Seeds of Serenity from them.
Wait, really?
Yeah, it's sitting inside their fountain right now.
Oh my god. Okay. Well, that's unlucky.
As they say, what can you do, bros? Mid lane.
Another walrus.
Decided they want to go make a movement for the mid tower, and Kiko was unlucky enough to be standing around. They do this alongside the catapult again. We saw the first movement when they had the catapult up. They managed to take the tower even though the catapult goes down. Make the second with the 10-minute catapult. I mean, it's clear that Vinny are very good at playing around these timings.
Yeah. I mean, they've got their Witchblade completed on the puck now, and they just finished up. I think the Maelstrom's almost done on Dad. Yeah, he's very close. So he's just going to continue to try and outpace this Lena, who does have her Maelstrom coming through. Just the classic Falcon Blade into Maelstrom. But
yeah,
their 1 ward did survive. So they do have vision here in the triangle still. We'll be able to scout the Lena. The question is that they want to play off of it. Gennett currently eyeballing Mr. Jeans here in the bottom.
without any friends around, I'm not sure he's going to want to go for this. I mean, he does have Nature's Prophet who can come in globally, but...
They have Wrath of Nature in a moment.
So think about it. Unfortunately, he could have spotted this one.
Oh.
In fact, they're just going to go
Just bring the Dawnbreaker. That's enough damage. Okay. That's definitely one way to do it. The two supports, man, these guys do some serious damage.
Yeah. Tag team alongside Starbreaker is just absolutely insane. And thankfully, with the Wrath of Nature, Nature's Prophet doesn't have a TP in. He can continue farming the Agents while he assists with that kill.
Don't look now, but
And they're going to make this move into the triangle now. At the same time, they place a sentry to try and deal. Oh! Got his ass.
That hurts, man.
About to be a pile of smoking rock.
No gold, Rio. So, excellent vision right now from Infinity. They've got very deep vision inside the enemy team jungle. Unfortunately, they lost vision of the triangle, but I think that's gonna be where they start to hang out in the next couple minutes here.
Yeah.
To get this first item up on the Nature's Prophet, they'll probably move right there. It's actually a rod of Atos that the NP's working on.
Yeah.
I never see this picked up anymore.
Gleipnir NP is so good.
I'm building up into Gleipnir.
Yeah, it is like one of the best stat items for this hero, and the AoE roots obviously very good against heroes like Darkseer. Top lane, they're gonna make a dive here potentially onto the Lina. They do get the silence, but doesn't actually connect correctly as they set up a turnaround kill. They take down the puck. Of course, Nature's Prophet could join any moment, but it's just gonna be TP outs from Infinity. They said, screw it, man. We'll just leave.
If it sucks, you can walk away. Hit the bricks. Just TP out.
Yeah, I mean, slowing down Lina is what they need, right? That's what we were saying. That is the hero you have to slow down on the side of NoRunes.
Mm-hmm. But you want to be targeting like a 30-minute game. You want to be slowing down this BKB as much as possible. Any kills that you get right now are going to be the easiest ones.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, they just use their TPs to head up on the top lane. So bottom tier 2 is going to take a little bit of damage thanks to this push from the Nature's Prophet, but he goes on it now. The question is if he goes down to the Visage and the MP are in the area, but I believe this one's just going to get scattered out by Tiny.
Trying to figure out like how I should pronounce this Visage's name. Is it Mixa? I don't know.
Mixa.
Mixa?
That's how I'm going to go.
Nice.
Man, this Noagi is playing so far forward right now. This is some aggressive.
Oh
no, he just blocked himself. It didn't matter.
Yeah, I mean, there's no way he gets out of here, but
I don't know why he felt so safe. He's like, yeah, okay, I've got this super deep observer ward. It's about to expire, by the way.
I think part of it is like if they're making the rotation up to go for him, like they're not going for someone else. But yeah, you're right. Bottom lane, they make the exchange onto the Visage, but in comes the Dawnbreaker to keep him alive. Visage, you need to be careful. Burning down underneath this wave is doing some serious work. They get a kill onto the Tiny. As Leo Style is looking for more, he does have the coil, does manage to catch the Darkseer. It gets snapped, and he will continue the chase as the Witchblade. Gonna slow him down plenty here for Leo Style to secure himself a second kill here in this fight.
That Vanguard was barely proccing. That thing was a ripoff. I don't know, man. I thought he'd get out of that one. The Surge would come off a cooldown. The Radiant team would rejoice. Unfortunately, the shopkeeper sold him a faulty Vanguard. What can you do? Buck's almost got his blink, because he'd be a lot easier to shade in these fights once this one's done.
They did see this ward get placed right on the other side of the towers here, so they will get this D ward. And with that, Tusk is going to definitely know about the ward up on the high ground. Yep. The classic ward exchange is like, oh, you saw me ward? Well.
No.
Atos done on the Nature's Prophet. Gleipnir coming out right now. So 15 minutes of the game, you have a Treads Midas Gleipnir NP. Not too bad, Neph.
Yeah, unfortunately he does die pretty quick if they actually get on top of him. He doesn't have a ton of HP for how much money he has.
True. But that's what the Gleipnir's for, man. They can't get on top of him if they can't move.
Oh, yeah, they can't move. This is true.
5-head? The other thing, too, is he could also transition into the Aghanim Scepter eventually. Meanwhile, mid lane, another pick off there onto Nuages. Genek has been all over the map. This dude is 1, 2, and 15. He's been part of 16 of 19 kills already on the Tusk.
I mean, I'd argue that Nuwagi's been all over the map as well. He's just dying all over the map. Man is like so far forward all the time.
That was lame.
Yeah. There's not a lot he can do though, right? Like no one wants to be on the dangerous parts of the map, and that is one of the things that the Enchantress can do because she's deceptively tanky, but this game, not so much, right? You have Walrus Punch plus Puck. That burst damage from those two alone is just way too much for them to deal with.
And Nature's Prophet, Puck, Dawnbreaker, to an extent, Puck. It's all so easy for these heroes to move around the map, so you're not really creating that much space when they go to make a move for you.
Yeah.
You just gotta die.
Indeed.
So their backs are against the wall now. We're 16 minutes in. It's not going as bad as I thought it would be, but they're very clearly underprepared with the amount of aggression coming out from Infinity this game. With the bottom tier 2 taken as well, it's opening up outposts, exactly what Prada's taking right now. You all of a sudden don't have control over your jungle. Like, you're going to get boxed in pretty quickly here, and you still aren't at that BKB on Lena.
No, not quite yet. She does only need about 1,300 gold, but...
No. You do have the BKB on her.
Oh, she does. Okay, it's on Courier.
Yeah, so when you click on the hero, when they're disconnected...
Oh, yeah, it doesn't have
you don't actually see their gold. Yep.
All right, so BKB's on Courier. So that is something that is quite good. It will at least give her a little bit more survivability in these fights. That being said, they still have control, right? They still have the Walrus Punch. It's not easy to kill some of these heroes, especially with the Dawnbreaker ult like coming through any moment. And she is queuing up that Aghanim Scepter as the first item. One of those items that people kind of forget about, honestly. It is one of those things that can definitely turn the tides of a fight very easily if you don't have that type of evasion piercing, so no MKB, stuff like that. It's quite good.
And that's a lot of where their damage is going to come from. It's getting from this Lena clicking people down inside the team fights. It is exactly what she's going for. She's maxed out Electric Ray and Fiery Soul. It's all just clicks. You do have a little bit of evasion pierce in the form of Chain Lightning from the Maelstrom. So there is that, but again, these heroes here is going to feel so tanky in the fights between the evasion and the amount of healing that they're getting from it. And like you said, not that far away, all things considered.
Yeah. I watched a SADPC game recently where...
you watched all of the SADPC
I did watch every SADPC game, that is correct. But one of the ones I watched in particular was an offlane Dawnbreaker. They just went first item Deso into Shard, which is really not that unordinary, right? We see that a lot. But the thing was like the enemy team was all physical damage, and he just bought an Aghanim Scepter, and then the enemy team just GG'd out like instantly.
Oh, okay.
They were like, we actually have no answer for this. Like, no one's building towards BKB, or no one's building towards MKB. And they literally just dove the high ground with the Dawnbreaker ults, and they're like, huh, we have no damage, and just GG'd. It was so funny. It was actually really like the perfect Ags game for a Dawnbreaker.
I guess I'll just lose then.
They're like, huh, we actually just lost to one item.
I mean, that's the kind of way like Dota used to be when you're up against like a zoom ending. You didn't have wave clear, like you didn't have tower flak back then. There was a lot less items that could be used as like answers to these things. It's like, huh, I guess I just can't clear this. I lose then.
Yeah, like,
that sucks.
Lycan will just take my base within the next 10 minutes, and I can't do anything about it. Genic top lane here. Oh, in with the puck as well. He's going to pop the BKB. The Walrus Punch is there. There's going to be some counter rotations coming through. Genic found by the Tiny. And with the help of Mr. Jeans, they get themselves a nice pick off. But yeah, that's fine. They get BKB out from Mini, so he has to be a little bit careful for the next 70 seconds.
Yeah, look at this. Puck, he jumps forward to clear out the wave to slow down this push. So they have to wait for the next wave to come in now. Immediately, Nature's Prophet down the bottom lane clears out that. Mixa pushing the mid lane while this is happening. Like, this is their biggest power spike at the moment. This Lena BKB being finished. They force it out, and then they immediately start shoving the other lanes, which forces them back onto their side of the map. They don't have control of their own jungle, and if they go too deep into Infinity's jungle, as soon as Tusk respawns, they turn things on them.
And Prada is honestly pretty close to his axe. Like, he's just been sitting mid, farming mid with Celestial Hammer, and he's only like 1,200 gold away. Well, they're going to find Bat Rider here. His BKB also available. The Walrus Punch does come through, and the Dawnbreaker joining the fight there. But again, they're just going to lose Genic one more time for another BKB. The question is,
Get a little
can they
bit
go
of
up for
go.
more? And they do. Leo Style with the blink to the high ground, gets the coil to hold that Lina in place. She gets finished off with ease. The question now, can they get this Nature's Prophet? A beautiful Sprout holding back. He just TPs on home. Mixa here on the Visage, chasing for more. They managed to pick off the Enchantress, so time to clear up the illusions. And honestly, not a bad fight, but TP in from the Nature's Prophet. There's going to be the Gleipnir to hold that Darkseer in place. The Tiny, he's just going to try and TP on out, try and find some safety for himself, as now they look for Roshan. Beautiful series of events here for Infinity.
The double damage room even still active for Leo Style as they go in there. They force the BKB, so that's textbook Dota right there. BKB's forced, they throw you into them. You just got like a 4,000 gold item that gives you 10 strength and 24 damage all of a sudden. It's whatever.
And Leo Style is going to keep hunting the Tiny here as he tries to set up a kill with the help from Prada. Should be able to. Mixa will send it through. Yeah. They got him. Yeah. Roshan down to 200 HP. Going to go the way of Dad here. He's going to give the Aegis for Leo Style. So nice of him to kind of just wait for that.
You see 7K net worth lead now for Infinity, so it feels a lot worse than it is. I'm gonna be honest. Like 7K net worth advantage ain't great, but it genuinely feels a lot worse than it is. BKB's now finished on the Nature's Prophet. They're gonna fly that one out to him right now.
He also just got the Grove Bow.
As well. Yeah.
The question, if Mini gets a Grove Bow, it's actually really good. But currently right now, just sitting on a Brigand's Blade. But yeah, you do definitely need a Grove Bow for the Lina now, especially that you're dealing with Nature's Prophet, who has his own. Bottom lane, speaking of Nature's Prophet, gonna get chased down here by the backrider. Gleipnir does come through with VKB. He gets his own off in time. And now Mr. Jeans on the run, a couple of auto attacks. Massively underestimating the amount of damage this Nature's Prophet was gonna do.
I think, I mean, he just finished the Black King bar as well. So
yeah, it just got delivered.
Damage into him.
It's top lane. More dives coming through, gonna try and bring down the Tiny. Nice LSA comes through from Mini, but Prada coming in to try and save him. Genic won't be able to do so, as now Mixa just burned down by the Lina. Prada here all alone. Dad throws out the Gleipnir, and he's just gonna try and TP out. Wants nothing to do with this dive anymore.
Yep. Not quite sure where he is. Gonna take out the bird. Yeah, definitely overstayed their welcome there. I mean, Nature's Prophet is doing things into this side of the map. Had just used his BKB. Probably a communication issue there.
You also don't have Leo Style, right? Like, he's not there at all in the puck.
Right. And they've been doing like the entirety of the damage on your team. But like these other people have been mostly utility. Like, you can stay alive for a while between the Tusk and the Visage, but that's really all you're doing.
I'd like to honestly just see them do the exact same play here. Just no BKBs now on the side of NoRunes, so they can just rinse and repeat, right? What we've been seeing Genic do constantly, and he is smoked up looking for a Mini. There it is, the blink, the Walrus Punch with the Nature's Prophet coming through once again. Gleipnir hold him in place, and a single auto attack to finish him off. Beautifully done, yeah. That's all you need.
Well, another kill off onto the Lina. She hasn't made any progress towards her next item. I mean, you're sitting on 3,000 gold, but ever since you finished that, okay, you have the Aegis, you're also going for the Maelstrom now. Another pause coming out. Admin Badger, where are we sitting on the pause time? Let me send him a DM real quick.
Yes, Neph, Admin Badger here, and one team substantially lower on pause time than the other. Yeah, thank you.
Oh, Leo Style hit him with the time and all, chat.
Ooh,
listen, Leo Style's a man of the people. 5.5 minutes of pause time left. Like, Leo Style's a man of the people. The people want video games. Leo Style just wants everyone to be entertained.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, you know, we're G, bro. You can't. What? Just what? Wait a minute.
Wait, who typed G?
Mr. G just like, yeah, go, and then Dwight's like, no, don't go, dude. What? We don't have our lead. XD. He's like, bro, he's dead anyway for 38. It's fine. You know?
We really have this Lina to begin with? Am I right, fellas?
Oh my god.
That's a toxic gamer right there.
That is funny. That's good stuff.
Yep. Can I get some Jeans out in the chat for Mr. Jeans?
Big Mr. Jeans fan. He's a good guy.
Yeah.
Good Dota player too. Hey, Neff, you know what I can't wait for?
What's that?
Muerta.
I've got some really funny Muerta jokes that I'll make off air with you.
You can't say that stuff, dude. Come on. No, I'm honestly so excited. I haven't had fun in Dota in a long time. So I'm hoping that this new hero is really fun. So we'll see.
Let's see. Yeah, I haven't had fun a single time I've casted with you either.
It's all right.
Thanks, Ricky.
I understand because you're getting like we pay you to be here, right? So it's like, you know.
Yeah, it's all business.
It's just business as usual, you know. I get it.
Again, I am so lucky, man. I get to spend a month working with Nouns. I come home, I get to cast NA Dota. I get to do what I like all day.
And SA Dota, thank you.
Yeah, and SA Dota.
I just stayed home and cast SA Dota for like a month straight because no one else would do it. It's crazy. It's weird. It's weird how that happens.
That was so weird. I opened up like actually I was like looking for the stream the other day because I think we were all at home. It was a day off. I'm like, huh, there's just no broadcast for SADC.
Yeah, they actually just don't have an English broadcast for Division 2 at all. Like they just like didn't hire anyone, and they were like, yeah, we're not planning on hiring anyone. So at the moment, I'm pretty sure
all the TOs fight so hard for the broadcast.
Dude, I
was like, nah, we don't want it.
Unironically, I might just like put a bid in for next season and be like, yeah, dude, if this is the bar, like I got you, man.
People shouldn't have to put a bid in. Just let people watch Dota on their channels, man.
Yeah,
they'll cover it for you. I don't know.
Yeah.
If you don't want to hire a caster, just be like, yeah, you guys can cover this. We got you. And set the Dota TV delay to 5 minutes. Let people enjoy the match.
The problem is the Dota TV delay is assigned to the ticket, to my knowledge.
Is it?
I think so.
You used to be able to just adjust it in the lobby.
Maybe you can just adjust in the lobby. I think there was a time when it was assigned to the ticket, but maybe I'm wrong.
Maybe I'm wrong.
No, I think it is.
Does anybody know how tickets work?
No, like, come on, that.
Where's Blaze when you need him? Blaze, if you're watching, let me know how tickets work. Thank you.
I used to actually I actually had a bunch of tickets that I had to register way back in the day for collegiate Dota. So I would always like submit the tickets for the collegiate like North American circuit, and I was like the ticket owner for what, Division 1 and Division 2 back then.
Was it set to the ticket back then?
No, there was those like lobby delays didn't exist back then. There was just the standard lobby delay.
There was a 10-second. Oh, I thought it was like.
No, ticketed games always had a minimum delay. That was just like the standard 5 minutes. Only unticketed like private games or whatever, you could like remove the delay or something. But ticketed games always had the default delay.
We can set like 10 seconds, 2 minutes, or 5 minutes.
Yeah, that's like what you can.
15 minutes.
Yeah, which yay.
Radiant's top tower has bit the big biscuit.
Yeah. Yeah, bottom lane. BKB's come out. Oh my god, action! Mr. Jeans, what are you doing? He's about to go get him, but he gets away, pops his own BKB. He's out of there, Ricky.
Nice call, neph. Nice call. Thank you.
Yeah,
He's got, dude,
no
does
problem.
Dad do it? What's the chance? Does he chat up here? He's gonna TP into the base. He's gonna, oh, he doesn't. Okay.
Oh, come on.
Should have done it.
He would have died for sure, but he should have done it.
It'd have been very funny, though.
Yeah. Well, BKB's forced out of both of them. So they ain't going nowhere for now.
Smoke up from Infinity here. See if they can actually find something in the mid lane. They do have Puck relatively close, has a haste rune, so he can connect. Question is, who are they going to find? They find Mr. Jeans. There's the Walrus Punch to initiate, and Leo Style just collapsing on top of him, but gets caught by an LSA. Oh, barely stays alive for the moment. Drops the coil. Leo Style able to disengage, but the Dawnbreaker ult with the evasion. Nature's Prophet not getting hit at all. Mini has to disengage, but gets caught by the familiars. First stun connects. Gennett comes in with a nice snowball, the Walrus Punch, and a nice Dawnbreaker cleave to finish him off. 3 dead for the side of NoRunes. It's about to be a 4th as Nuwages tries to make his way into the high ground. Doesn't matter. Infinity's got they got the summons. They got all the items. They're ready to go, dude.
Yeah, the only hero left standing right now is the Darkseer. You do have a Fortify, you don't have a Fortify to work with. Well, they will have one after they clear this tier 3, so I don't think they're going to be able to set up Raxier, but all the heroes set up around the base. It's going to be tough defending from this. With BKB available on the Batrider, you might be able to.
Yeah, but no BKB on Lina for 40. And we kind of saw what happens, like... I mean, yeah, I feel like you have to try and defend it. There it is. The Blink Lasso catches the Visage. We'll stop.
Oh, he didn't pop his BKB.
Oh,
and he's just done.
no.
He's gonna go down.
Mr. Jeans, BKB comes out way too late. Yeah, ends up getting caught on a nice Sprout, holding them in place. They just GG out. Yeah, they know without this Lina BKB, there's nothing they can do now either.
Oh, he got clipped on the Visage bird
Yeah,
stun, and
he
then he got
Visage-
followed up with a Walrus Punch.
Yeah, he dropped the bird immediately on the lasso. That was actually so smooth, dude. That was so smooth.
Yeah, Infinity, I mean, it doesn't even go to 40 minutes. 24-minute victory. You can see why NoRunes banned out these Zero Heroes. They really struggle to deal with these.
Yeah, that was sick. That was a really good game one performance from Infinity. And this is kind of what I've expected. I thought this team was really good in the DPC. They had some issues with their carry, of course, and they ended up swapping him out, replacing him with someone else. But now they've got Dad standing in, as well as Mixa, who is new, I guess, played on one team in Eastern Europe. But, I mean, so far, it looks like a well-oiled machine.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bounce back in game number 2 on the side note. And again, this team isn't to be underestimated. This is a team that in the 2021-22 DPC season, they've managed to move up Division 1 before selling their slot. I mean, these guys are good.
Yeah.
They were Spirits before, for anyone who's not familiar with that one. Like, they're a very
Yeah.
solid roster.
That's right. I was trying to figure out what NoRunes' name was before they went to NoRunes, but it was Spirits. Yeah, you're right. That's something that a lot of people who've watched SA probably remembers that team. It's the same guys, same group of dudes. But yeah, so they drop in game 1. Let's see if they can tie this up and at least force a 1-1 here in this group stage. But we're going to go to a short break, everyone, and we will be back with game number 2 of Infinity versus NoRunes here on the BTS Pro Series. I believe 14. That's a high number. I don't know how we got here, but we'll be back in a bit. See you soon.